Hi, I have a lovely ash tree in my garden and a couple of branches have fallen from it, so I'm going to use some of the branches of this to make another Christmas craft, a little reindeer. So I'm going to take, this is one of the branches that just fell off. You know, they just fall off in the wind. So I'm going to cut some pieces from this to make the head and body of a little reindeer. Okay, so I'm going to use this piece as the body and this piece as the head. And I have my drill ready here with just a sort of an appropriate size wood drill bit that's going to drill out the holes for the four legs. So I'll show you how to do that. I've got a block of wood here to save my countertop, and I'm going to drill down while holding the piece of ash firmly. I'm going to drill down, not the whole way through, just a bit of the way through, okay? And we've got one hole there, and quite close to it, another hole. And again, I'm just going about halfway into the piece of wood, not the whole way through, okay? And then for the back legs, another two there. Okay, now I'm going to just show you exactly the positions of these, because it can be a bit of a disaster if they're not positioned right. So see how close they actually are? I'm just going to make it a bit more visible there. So that's where you want your legs, okay? And you flip that over, and directly above where the two holes for the legs are, you're going to put a neck hole, okay? So directly above that. Again, just about halfway down, okay? Now you could mark those out on the piece of wood before you start to drill. So you've got your two legs and your neck hole on the body. That's all I do on the body. And then for the head, you're going to have a matching neck hole just here. So, you know, have a look at your piece of wood. I think that's going to be the nose area. So I'm going to put my neck hole underneath here. Okay. And I'm going to attach antlers to this guy. So the neck hole is there. So flip it over. And the opposite side, I'm going to put two holes sort of at an angle for the antlers. Okay. So I'm just checking. Yeah. Okay, so they're the antler holes there. That's all the holes that I make. Okay. So next I'm going to get some thinner wood and choose a few pieces that will work for legs and neck. So start with this piece here, and I'm going to just trim it off with my secateurs, okay? And you can decide how long you want the neck, but I'm not going to have it too long. So for the neck, I'm going to get a piece about just over an inch long. But what you need to do to fit it into the holes is to pare off a little piece with a knife at each end, okay? Now because this is fresh wood, fresh ash, it's really soft, it's really, really easy to carve. I have a penknife, but you could use a craft knife or probably even a kitchen knife. So I'm just paring it, and this is going to be the neck. So I'm just going to then try it for size. It doesn't fit yet, so I'm going to pare it slightly more. So do you see what I'm doing? Just whittling it down a little bit more until it fits into the neck hole. Not yet. Just a little more. Yeah, that's starting to fit now. Okay. Now we'll be putting a dab of wood glue in that hole as well, because when you take the wood inside, it'll shrink a little bit. And if you just shoved it in, it would feel good at the start, but as it dries out, it would fall apart. Okay, so that's going to be the neck. So I have to do the same on the other end to fit it into the body. Okay. So just paring it away. I'll try it every now and again to see will it fit in the hole for the neck. No, do you know what? I'm actually going to just make this hole a little bigger just to help out. So I just got that a little bit bigger, and yeah, that's fitting in there now. Okay, and you can shove it right in so that the pared away bit isn't visible and that all you can see is the bark. So the same process will be done for the legs. You're going to choose 4 legs, you know, whatever width and length you like. I actually like to, when you get a piece of ash, if you go as far as the node like this, it means that it'll be sort of thinner and you've got a wider base, and it's quite it's good for getting the reindeer to stand. So that's what I like to do. So I think I'll work on 4 legs, about that length, and I'll be paring off the tops of them as well. So I've got 4 pieces of wood about the same length, and I'm going to pare off the tops of the 4 of them so that they'll fit into the holes. So just try them every now and again to see do they fit yet. So you don't want them too loose either. Okay, that one's just about ready. So we've got 1 leg there. That one is good as well. So I'll work on the others and be back to you. Okay, so I have all the pieces ready now. I have the neck and I have the 4 legs pared down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just have some wood glue, and we'll put a drop of that into each hole. Okay, and here it comes. So I'm just popping in a drop into each hole. It's easy to wipe away, so don't worry about making a mess with it. And we'll do the neck hole later. So we have the 4 leg holes, and we're just going to shove in the legs, and we can level them up later. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be for the reindeer's legs. So as you can see, yeah, so some of them we might need to trim this guy here, or else shove him in a bit more. I don't think it's going to go anymore, so we can cut him down a little bit to level it up. And these ones might, yeah, we'll work on that. I'm just going to, while I have the glue, I'm going to stick in the neck as well. Okay, so a piece in there. And we'll put a piece in, so we've got the 2 holes for the antlers and the neck hole. So we'll just put a piece in here for the neck. There we go. Okay, so actually he seems to be a bit, I think the weight of the head has steadied it up a little bit, so that's standing fine now. Now the bit I love, the fun bit, is choosing the antlers. So what I love to use is the buds of the ash. Now that would be a great one, but it's a bit big for this guy. So I think I'm going to just choose, we'll put him to one side for a sec. I think we'll just go for these black buds like that. Okay, so I'll get one and we'll get sort of a matching size one. Yeah, go for this one. So I'm going to put these two in as his antlers. So we'll need to pair the ends of that slightly as well. I'll try it for size. Another little bit off, I think. And we'll do this one as well. Again with the wood glue into the holes. Okay. Now after this, it's up to you, okay? If you want to leave him like this, really, really rustic, or if you want to add a couple of little things. So I'll grab the little things that you can add and show you. So you can add a scarf, a little red scarf or any colour scarf you like, just tied around the neck. I got a roll of red felt in some of the craft shops in town and just cut off a piece. Actually, it would be nice to slit up the ends, I think, if you're doing the scarf. You know, so it's like that. So, scarf, I think, is good. Make sure you make it long enough that you can tie it. Okay, so you would just tie a knot in that. The other thing you could add is googly eyes. Again, they're available in craft shops, so they would be just put on the two sides there. But I actually prefer to cut tiny little rings of wood, little slices with the secateurs, and I like to stick them on as the eyes. So there's actually a little bit of glue just here. I'm going to add it there. And Reindeer's eyes would be on the side of his head like a horse. So do you see what I've done there? It's just a little slice of wood. I'll do the same on the other side with my really thin little piece of twig. It just means you're using, it's all made from natural materials rather than using plastic things or things you have to buy. So you could add a little black dot with a marker onto those. Now, as I said, the wood glue will dry clear, or when they're stuck, you can just wipe it away to tidy it up. Of course, we could add a little red pom-pom for a red nose here. Or you could do the same, you could cut a slice of wood. Okay, and you could, I think it would be nice to colour that in. So that could be stuck on there for the nose. Like so. Or anything glittery, or, you know, a bead could be stuck on as well. But I love to have the bit of colour on it. So I love to add the scarf and the little red nose. So that just goes on with the wood glue as well. But while it's drying, it's handy to put the reindeer up like that so the nose doesn't fall off. So that's it. That's your reindeer done, and you can add whatever accessories you like to it yourself. These are some I made before. So they have different accessories. This one has no scarf. This one has a blue nose and some hair. We've used a little bell around the neck of this one. And see the way they each have sort of a different character depending on what you add to them. I like this one. The legs are quite long on it. And we've made some bigger ones here as well. But there's quite a lot of work in the bigger ones. But they're good fun to do.